All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. Now this dude got some nerve to say that people want America, want the leadership of America in their country. But I'm gonna allow this man to talk and get scriptures in between. Video shouldn't be that long.
What I've taken away from about 30 years of doing this: one, when America's not engaged, when we're not leading, then one of two things: either someone else is, and maybe not in a way that advances our interests and values, or maybe just as bad, no one is, and you get a vacuum that's filled usually by bad things before it's filled by good things. What I'm hearing around the world, everywhere I go, is a thirst, a hunger, a desire for our engagement, for our leadership.
After overthrowing
What? Never mind.
governments, killing the leaders of sovereign nations, and disregarding international law, Washington's somehow convinced that people are just begging for the U.S. to spread democracy to their countries. But Blinken's comments come as the Iraqis are trying to get the Americans out, as the U.S. prepares to send another 1,500 soldiers to Iraq and Syria. Baghdad is trying to get the ball rolling on the withdrawal of U.S. troops as soon.
You know, it's funny too because that's very prideful, and that's the way that the devil rule. It's like when you go to what is that? I think it's Psalm 73:8. Never read that in a long time. It said they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. So like they go over, number one, they definitely do this to us. They speak very proudly and condescending when it comes to, the transatlantic slave trade. They do this when they go over there and oppress, spread their democracy, and as that devil said, Blinken, whatever his name is, they desire for us to be over there. They need our rulership. They can't function without us, And the scriptures call you the hammer of the earth. If you the hammer of the earth, that don't sound like a joyous situation, that people will be in when you are over them. So, these devils got some nerve. So let's get the famous scripture. And this is what they're doing. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. That's that democracy. All right. Which they are an anti-democracy. All right. Democracy is used as an illusion to get the people to believe that they do have, voting rights and that they are heard. But these politicians and leaders is already bought and paid for. And then people never ask, these two people that you voting for, who are they? They just put two people in front of you and, put money into the one that they want to win with the best campaign, the best speech, because it's all about working on your emotions. And then you think, oh, yeah, I picked Trump. Or, yeah, I picked Biden. Oh, yeah, I picked Barack Obama, whoever the case may be. But these were planned men from the get-go. A 12-year-old girl a couple years ago, she did like a chart of all the presidents are related, go back to a man like back in like the 1200s or something like that. So yeah, like these elite families, they intermarry, they keep it in the family, all right? And they are the shot callers. So their democracy, which is that wine, and just their ways of life, the dollar, So it said, neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death cannot be satisfied. So everywhere he go, hell and death follow. A bad condition, evil, death follows. And you saying that people want you in their country, they desire, they can't live without our leadership. That's some prideful shit, man. But it is funny though. I had to do a video on this. And it says, it cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people, which they definitely gonna do that in the NWO with the MOTB. But they've been doing it. That's why they got so many embassies, in all these countries.
Is possible.
Let's agree on a time frame for the coalition's exit that is quick, so that they don't remain long and the attacks keep happening.
Iraq's PM even doubled down on his position to the Wall Street Journal, saying there's no longer a justification for the U.S.-led coalition's existence. And with Washington's unyielding support for Israel in its war on Gaza, the U.S. is becoming more hated by the day, evidenced by the increasing number of attacks on U.S. troops.
So, no, people are not looking for you, to be in their land and to look for your leadership, your guidance. Because this is what you've been doing ever since you came into power. Revelation 6:4, there went out another horse that was red. Remember, it said when Esau came out, he was red all over like a hairy garment. That's in Genesis 25. And power was given unto him. Our forefather Isaac blessed him with the sword. And he said that you should live by the sword. You should have the fatness of the earth. How he got the fatness of the earth? By the sword. All right. So it says there was power given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So, yeah, people are not looking for your guidance. People are looking to get away from you. That's why the scripture says, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. All right. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And that's what's about to come to the world. And it says, and that they should kill one another. Now, you got to realize, before the European Union and NATO, all Edomites did was kill each other until they came to a common interest to oppress Israelites. But even within that time, they were still warring. What you think World War I, World War II was all about? All right. And then before that. So Europeans, so-called, they always kill each other because they are the devil and they can't help themselves. Going back to the Greeks and Romans, they fought each other. They was Edomites. So it says, and kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So you the hammer of the earth, as it say in Jeremiah 50:23. Oh, made me think of something. This is another proof that these nations they don't want you in their land. Because you have spoiled many nations. That don't sound like nations looking for your help. Because here's what happens is that they'll try to go over to another land to basically extort them. If the extortion don't work, then they assassinate a leader and put in a puppet leader that they can control. All right. And then guess what? Now that nation is being oppressed because their resources is being sucked out. America's still everything. And the people of the country do not benefit. Only the leaders of that country. So it said, because you have spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil you. That's your end game. Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So everywhere you go, death and hell follow.
To add insult to injury in the Arab world, Washington's even saying Tel Aviv does not plan to occupy Gaza.
It's also clear that Israel cannot occupy Gaza. Now, the reality is that there may be a need for some transition period at the end of the conflict. We don't see a reoccupation. And what I've heard from Israeli leaders is that they have no intent to reoccupy Gaza and retake control of Gaza.
That's as Israeli officials are literally saying the exact opposite.
There is no way to restore security to Israel other than a full occupation of the Palestinian territory. Voluntary immigration of the residents of Gaza should be encouraged.
Now, at the end of the day, I really don't give a damn what goes on over there because, they can kill each other. They're not supposed to be in our land anyway, so I don't feel sad for the Israelis or the Palestinians. That's their dumbass fault. So only thing I care about is that prophecy is coming to pass, But another thing too, just to get back to the subject, because they about to start talking about other stuff that take away from the video. The thief cometh not but for to kill and but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. So this is what the attributes of the Edomites, aka the wicked, aka so-called white people that they've been calling themselves since 1681. All right. This is the attributes. This is the characteristics of them. To steal and to kill and destroy. He is as death. All right. So no, these nations is not looking for you. Let's go back.
We need to encourage
the good things. What I'm hearing around the world, everywhere I go, is a thirst, a hunger, a desire for our engagement, for our
thirst and hunger for our desire and our engagement for our leadership. What? Let's read this again. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and destroy. I am come that they may have life and that they may have it abundantly. Now, that's Yahushua. All right. Yahushua, when he do come and deliver his elect and set up the kingdom, and after the oppression period, after the slavery period of the nations, yes, you are going to have life and have it abundantly if you do right. Because we're going to be ruling the nations with a rod of iron. They're going to have to come under our jurisdiction. They have to come under our laws and regulations. All right. And guess what? Since we are a righteous people and we're going to be perfect, everybody's going to be treated fairly. Yeah, they're going to be subjects unto us, but they're not going to be oppressed. All right. So this is the system that you get in Edomite supremacy. So, oppression everywhere. And then they use and abuse you until they can't use you no more. Then they cast you away. So, but I just wanted to touch on that because I thought that was funny. These devils really, believe this though. That's the funny part. They really believe this. So, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hopefully this video is edifying and shalom.